Hello, I'm Eloise and this is my channel, and if you want to know how to get this date night, cream contoured to the max, curly Hollywood glam hair and makeup, then just keep watching. I need to work my beauty blender. So my face is considerably lighter than my neck, but don't worry, we'll be sorting that. I'm just getting ready for date night. So first of all, I'm going to prep my skin. And I've been really loving quite a few products at the minute from Kiehl's, and I'm going for a really glowy look today, so it's really important to prep the skin really well. So first of all, I'm going to put on my Blistex lip balm. I like this to go on before my makeup, so by the end when I put my lipstick on, my lips will be juicy, juicy, juicy. And now, I think I've mentioned this in a previous video, but my Kiehl's Hydro Plumping Retexturizing Serum Concentrate, and I do 1 and a little bit pumps of that. Massage that between my fingers and put that all over. And this is a serum, so this goes on before anything else. Any moisturiser, any oils that you want that you put on, it sinks directly into the skin and deeply penetrates the skin. So anything you put on afterwards is gonna follow it basically and go deeply into the skin. And this, they claim, is like the skin is drinking a gallon of water. So I really enjoy this. I'm actually almost on my second bottle. I've just ordered another one. And then I like to go in with my Daily Reviving Concentrate by Kiehl's. I've had this for probably about 3 months now, and I've literally only dipped into this much. You need about 4 drops for the entire face and neck every morning. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you have to warm it up in your hand like this, and then press it into the skin. It's a dry oil, so it needs to be pressed rather than rubbing it into the skin. And this makes my skin look really radiant and gives that glow from within sort of look. And since I've been using all of these Kiehl's products, and my boyfriend Jack, literally, he would never ever compliment my skin ever, but since I've been using this, he's like, what haven't you been using? Your skin looks amazing. And I really believe it's since using those Kiehl's products. So shout out to Kiehl's in Blue Water. They really helped me to find the best products for me. I think it was about November I went in. And now I'm going to go in with my creamy eye treatment with avocado. It's a huge pot, and that is going to literally last me forever. And I've got a little bit on the back of my ring finger, and you just want to massage it in between those two and pop that just on that bone underneath your eyes. It's basically like the socket of your eye, and press it in. You don't want to be swiping because this area is really delicate. And I started using an eye cream because I found that my eyes were getting really dry, and I'm 21. Getting on a bit, so need to start using an eye cream, and I really love this. And I love avocado. I love eating avocados. It's an incredible source of healthy good fats and incredibly beneficial for the skin. So if it's in an eye cream, I'm all for it. In fact, I literally just had avocado on toast with boiled eggs this morning. That's how much I love it. So now that we've prepped the skin, and I'm literally illuminating. God, how white is my face compared to my neck, my hair. I have said before that I do not like the All Nighter foundation. However, got excited then. However, I've got a newfound love for the All Nighter foundation by Urban Decay, and I'll tell you why. This is a very matte foundation, but it's incredibly full coverage. I love full coverage, but I hate matte foundations because they just accentuate all my laughter lines, all my frown lines. I've got a lot of frown lines, and obviously my forehead lines. I am a very expressive person. I don't know if you've noticed from the rest of my videos, but any matte foundations, they sit in these lines, and I'm not a fan. So I work with someone who is obsessed. She loves this foundation, and she told me start to mix in an oil with it and see how you get on. So that's what I did. I found this little mini Cover FX custom infusion drops. I got a little tester when I bought this, and I found this in my drawer, and I was like, I'm gonna have a little play. And then I've refound my love for a sponge, so I started using it with a sponge. And obviously a sponge soaks up product, so it was soaking up the excess of the product on my skin, so it wasn't as cakey and heavy for me. So this is why I've got a newfound love for Urban Decay All Night Foundation. So I've been using it for actually quite a while now. Because I've got fresh tan on, I don't want to put any products on the back of my hands. I'm literally just going to use my mirror. So I put like 2 pumps on there, and then I put 3 drops of oil, and then I go in with my optical blurring brush and I just mix it all together, and then I stripe it on my face. This is a shade 5.0, so when I've got a tan, this is the colour that I use. So fear not, we're going to be the same colour as our neck in a minute. By the way, this is Bondi Sands Ultra Dark, and I literally just put it on about half an hour ago. So I'm going to be much, much darker, which I'm really excited about because I hate being pale, but I can never be bothered to do a tan because it takes too long. But I treated myself today. I had a mud mask by Dead Sea Spa Magic, and I had a bath, and yeah, I've had a right old pamper day. And then I like to, whatever's left, usually on the back of my hand, but on my mirror in this case, I like to bounce it all over the skin, and that just takes away any extra product and presses the makeup into the skin. And don't forget your ears, because that gives the game away. And you'll notice that I don't look matte at all. I've got that lovely sheen on the tops of my cheekbones. So I told you a couple of videos back that I was going to show you how to cream contour with my Shapeshifter palette. However, it's really annoying because I just put tan on the back of my hands. Obviously I don't want to disturb my tan, so I'm just going to tell you how I would use the product and then go in with something very, very similar but slightly different. Cream contour, I go in with this shade and the diffusing highlight brush from Urban Decay, and I would scrape out a little bit of the product, pop it on the back of my hand and warm it up. Because this is a cream to powder formula, it gets a little bit dry in its little case, so I like to warm it up on the back of my hand and then go in like this, rather than drawing stripes on, because it does dry down really, really quickly because it goes down to powder. I take it from the back of my hand and in circular motions go into my contours. I am going to show you with another cream product, but that's how I would use it with the Shapeshifter. It's a beautiful contour shade because it's got cooler undertones, so it mimics the natural colour of contours and shadows. So that's how I would use that. So I'm just going to go in with my Peaches and Cream cream contour. Again, someone at work suggested this, I should get this, and I've been loving it. It's amazing. It's really, really, really creamy. So all I have to do is just get a little bit, like swirl in there, and this is how you contour. So we are going from the top of the ear down to the corner of the mouth and stopping halfway. Now you can sort of see where my cheekbones are because I've been blessed with my mother's cheekbones. She's got incredible cheekbones, and I start slightly higher because inevitably you're going to be blending down. I like to work in circular motions with a really, really light hand. And because I've got a very square face, I like to bring it slightly higher than the corner of my mouth because I want to, rather than going down, I want to cut straight across. So just in circular motions, slowly building the product up. I would say this is more of a bronzing contour shade, which is fine because I like quite a warm contour. And I like to cream contour when I'm going out because sometimes powders don't last very long on me. But if I've got a cream base, then the powder's just going to stick. And then I like to go back in with my sponge and just go around the edges. And that's really, really soft. You don't want any harsh lines, because that's when it gives the game away. Make sure you do this before your cream highlight, because this could muddy up the cream highlight. Whereas if you go in afterwards with the cream highlight, you can sort of correct anywhere that you've over cream contoured. And then just to join it up, I like to go slightly. I've hardly got any product on my brush because I don't want to look like I've got a beard. We're not going for that look today, maybe another day. Okay, so you can see we're very contoured on this side and we're looking quite flat on this side. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly do the other side. Okay, so now we're looking really nice and warm and bronzy. I'm going to take my Cover FX Enhancer drops in the shade Moonlight. I've done this before on my channel. I take the flat side of the Real Techniques sponge and I just like press it into the sponge. Some would say you don't need any more powder highlight on top. I would say I absolutely do. A little bit through the forehead. Okay, so you know the drill. Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Light Warm. Leave that on there for a second to set down so that you get more coverage. Okay, now we have set down for a minute. I'm just gonna blend away. Now being really careful, I don't want to bring the cream highlight too much into my contour and my shimmer highlight. So I'm just being really careful to keep it in the place that I put it. I feel like we're looking very glowy, very chiseled. This is the new look. Ooh, now we need to powder underneath the eyes. So I'm grabbing my Maybelline Matte Maker and just a big fluffy brush. So I'm just going to, I don't want to powder too much. I just like to powder just through the centre of the face where I just get a little bit oily, and obviously my laughter lines as well. And if you puff up your cheeks, it means that it's not going to crease as much. Now for highlighter. So I'm going to take the Urban Decay Afterglow 8 Hour Powder Highlighter in the shade Sin with my Real Techniques brush, big old fluffy brush. And you can see it's been well loved because I've hit pan. So I'm just taking that. Oh, girl! Sin is such an underrated product and it's a reasonable price as well. Now I'm going to go back in with my trusty shapeshifter. And because we've got that cream contour, we don't need too much powdering. And because I'm more tan now, I go way over the top with bronzer because I can, and it's rare for me and it makes me so excited. Also, I didn't mean to use so many Urban Decay products, but I just bloody love the stuff. Contouring your nose. I'm going to use a small eyeshadow brush. I'm dipping into the cooler contour shade and I'm tapping a lot of it off on the back of my hand because I don't want it to be too harsh. So I join it from where the eyebrow ends. And with really straight sort of flicking motions, I'm just straightening out the nose because I do have a slight bump in it, but it doesn't bother me at all. But if you want to cream contour your nose and do something a little bit more exaggerated, then Carly Bible is your girl. But I'm just not that angry at my nose, so literally type into YouTube, nose cream contour, Carly Bible, and she's like a nose surgeon but with makeup. It's incredible what she can do with her nose. I'm not a blush kind of gal. If you're a blush kind of gal, this is when you would blush because I feel like it melds the bronze and the highlighters together. But for me, that is enough. Set my face. Again, chin up, protect the hair. Fan yourself down. Okay, so that is cream contour at its finest. I'm going to go off camera, do my eyes, and I'll be right back. I am back. I have done my eyes. I've done a little wing, I mean a very long wing, and a bit of just soft pink on the eye. It's date night tonight, so I had to go for something a little bit more soft and glamorous and date night appropriate. And then I've gone for Urban Decay 714 lip liner with Wonderland cream lipstick. It's more of like a pinky red, and I thought it went really nicely with the eyes. And I just thought I would show you how I'm going to do my hair. I've got quite short hair. It literally just comes down, and I feel like when I first went short, I used to go on YouTube and type in how to do short hair styles, and I could never ever find anything, so I'm going to fill that void. Basically, I'm just going to do some like soft curls, so I'm going to section off at my ears and just tie that bit back. And I've got my GHD straighteners, and I've also got some Got To Be glued hairspray. This stuff is incredible, it literally glues your hair. And also when I do slick back low bun, I use the glued men's gel. Oh my god, that stuff is literally like PVA glue in your hair, it's amazing. And then the Got To Be volumizing styling powder, I use that as well at the roots. And then very hairy backcombing brush. One of those backcombing brushes, you can get these from Primark for like £1. So first of all, I'm just going to split the hair in half. I might zoom you out a little bit actually. So I take a small section like this, and the first section at the front of the head, the closest bit to the front of the head, I twist the straightener away from me, and that's going to make a really nice loose curl. And then I'll split this section again, so the next section along will be coming towards. So this bit twirls away from my face, and this bit twirls towards my face, and this is going to create a really nice beachy curl. And this next bit is going to be away from my face, and just leave it until it's set. And then I'm going to do the other side, and then I'll show you what I do. So I'm just going to try and not move that as much as possible, and just spray the hair with the glued hairspray, and that holds it. And then when we're ready to zhuzh it out, it will be nice and set. So I'm just continuing to do small sections at a time. I'm doing about that much away from the ear. So I half the hair, and then grab all the straight bits and flip the curly bits behind, so you've only got the straight bits at the front. I say I twirl the tongue twice and then pull. Okay, now that this layer's done, I'm going to give it a spray, just like all the other layers. Try not to breathe in the hairspray. That does taste nice. To give your hair and your curls a bit of volume, I'm just going to section this bit of hair, this very, very top bit, and I'm going to back comb. So, back comb literally means comb in the wrong direction. And then I'm going to get my Got To Be volumizing powder. And if you're anything like my hair, it's very, very slippery and very silky soft. So that is not a great recipe for volumized hair. So you need this powder so that the back comb doesn't just slide out of the hair. And then do the other side. And you don't want to miss out the back either. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean other people can't. And then dust over that powder. And now we'll go on to the final layer. And all that back comb we just did is the foundations for big voluminous hair. You will thank me later when you know this trick. Start to curl the front bits. Again, the bits at the front of the face go away from the face. Another little tip, if you get a bit of hair that's not cooperating and is not curling, wait until it's completely cooled down, because if you go over it again, it just completely flattens it. That was a bit that wasn't cooperating earlier, and I've just recurled it and it's fine. Oh, I look like Dolly the doll. And now it's time to back comb. On the top, you need to smooth over. And I like to hairspray and then go in with the powder. And on this side, I like to tuck it behind my ear. And now for the parting side, I like to grab little slithers and back comb behind it. Another little slither. Hairspray, smooth it over. Powder. And now I'm just going to run my fingers through the curls so it's not as curled, it's a bit more beachy. And this is where the talons come in play. And you can zhuzh it. And I like this really heavy fringe and quite dramatic side parting. I think it looks very Hollywood glam. What do you think? Anyway, so I'm going to hop off camera and then we can roll on to the outro. This is my date night look. I thought this was a really good opportunity to teach you how to cream contour because I knew I was going to go full glam this evening, and I thought why not show you how to do my hair. So yes, like a Hollywood wave with the extreme side parting, really, really easy, literally took me about 10 minutes to do. Yes, I am feeling it. If you feel like you've learnt something new with this cream contouring and curly short hair YouTube video, I would love if you could give me a thumbs up, subscribe and all that jazz, and make sure you follow me on Instagram, which is at Eloise MUA, and my Snapchat, which is EloiseGM. I'm Eloise, this is my channel, and I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. And a special thank you to these three beauties for recreating my looks. Go give them a follow and show them some love.